Today is our second reading of Earth's Landforms and Bodies of Water. Today we will be reading Land Near Water, Where is Water Found on Earth, Frozen Solid, Models of Earth, Making Models, Studying Earth, Learning More, Words to Know, and Index. Land near water. The place where land meets water is called the coast or shore. A coast can drop down to the water over a cliff. It can also be flat and sandy with a beach. Coastlines surround islands. An island is an area of land with water all around it. Sometimes a coastline has a long, narrow strip of land that juts into the water. This is a peninsula. A bay is water that has land almost all around it. Where rivers meet the sea. When a river meets a lake or ocean, it can form a delta. A delta is often a triangle-shaped area. It is made of built-up layers of soil. This soil is carried by the river and dropped at the mouth of the river. Some deltas are so big that people can live on them. A delta is a place where a river splits into many channels. Those channels flow into a lake or an ocean. Where is water found on Earth? Water covers 3/4 of the Earth's surface. Most of the water is in Earth's 5 oceans. An ocean is a large, deep body of salt water. The rest of the water on Earth is fresh water. Fresh water does not have salt in it. Lakes, streams, rivers, and ponds have fresh water. There is also fresh water underground. People use pumps to bring the water up for drinking. A stream is a small body of moving water. Many streams flow into rivers. A river is long and narrow. It flows into a lake or ocean. A lake is a large body of fresh water. A lake is surrounded by land on all sides. A pond is a small body of still water. Ponds can form naturally or be made by people. Frozen solid. Not all of Earth's water is liquid. Some of it is in solid form. Much of Earth's fresh water is frozen as ice in glaciers. Glaciers are thick layers of moving ice. Glaciers form when snow and hail begin to pile up high in the mountains. The weight causes the snow to change to ice. The ice then starts to slowly slide down the mountain. The Perito Moreno Glacier in Argentina is growing larger every year. There are glaciers on every continent of the earth. Frozen rivers. Glaciers push and drag rocks and soil down the mountain with them. Piles of soil and rock are left along the edges of the glacier. Glaciers carve out valleys as they move. The melted water from the glaciers fill these landforms, creating rivers and lakes. Models of Earth. Models are a way for us to study Earth. Maps are models that have landforms and bodies of water drawn on paper. Different colors show land and water. The same landforms are not found everywhere. One map might show an area with mountains and valleys. Another map might show an area with plains or large lakes. Some maps can show a small area, such as a neighborhood, town, or city. These are the different parts of New York: Queens, Brooklyn, Staten Island, Manhattan, the Bronx. Other maps might show a large area, such as a country or even the whole world. So this is the United States, and Boston is up here. Globes help us see where the world major landforms are found. Take a good look. Globes are also models of Earth. However, globes are not flat like maps. They are three-dimensional models. Globes show the whole world. What do you think? To find the streams and ponds near your home, would you use a map or a globe? Why? Making models. So this is a procedural writing. Earth is made up of many landforms. You can make your own model out of salt dough to see and better understand some of Earth's landforms. Here are the materials. You will need a pencil, a piece of cardboard, salt dough, paints, and brushes. Here are the steps. How to make salt dough. You will need 3 cups or 710 milliliters of flour, 1 cup or 237 milliliters of salt, 1 cup or 237 milliliters of water, 3 tablespoons or 44 milliliters of oil. Mix the salt and flour in a bowl. Add water gradually and form a ball. Knead dough until it is mixed and holds its shape. Divide dough in half. Store in plastic bag until ready for use. Steps. Search on the internet for photos of physical maps. 2. Choose a region or a country to model. Try to find an area with at least 4 landforms. 3. Draw or trace the shape of your area on the cardboard. 4. Press some of the salt dough onto the cardboard. Flatten it to the outline of your region. 5. Using the map to guide you, add dough to build up rise landforms such as hills, mountains, and plateaus. 6. Shape low landforms such as rivers and valleys. 7. Let your model dry for about 1 to 2 days. 8. Paint your landforms. Use different colors. Water can be blue, then use different colors for higher sections. Green can be the lowland, then yellow, then orange, and red for the highest land. 9. Add a color key to tell others what your colors mean. Studying Earth. Geologists and scientists who study Earth's features. They look at rocks and soil to learn about Earth's history. They study landforms to see how they are changing Earth's surface. One way geologists do this is by making and studying models. Have a look at the model you made. How is your model the same as the real region? How is it different? Rocks tell our Earth's history. Learning more. So these are some other books you could read, and here are some websites as well. And the last section of this book is words to know and the index. So the index just tells you what page these words are. If you noticed as I read, some words were in bold. So those were important words. And here are some of the definitions. Concrete, a mixture of gravel, sand, cement, and water that hardens into a strong material. Features, a noun which means interesting or important qualities. Hail, little beads of frozen rain. Mouth of a river, the end of a river where it meets a lake or an ocean. Region, an area or district. Representation, something that stands in place of another thing with similar features. Steep, at a high angle. Three-dimensional, something that has or seems to have depth as well as length, width, and height. And then it just explains to you. A noun is a person, place, or thing, and an adjective is a word that tells you what something is like. Notice, three-dimensional is an adjective, but a representation is a noun because it is a thing. I hope you enjoyed the book.